Hello to all your students at SCA. My name's Claire and I'm the educator for the skincare company Bioline Chateau. Today, through this video, I would like to introduce you to Bioline as a skincare company. Some of you may have heard of Bioline, some of you may have not, but also focus a little bit of attention on a range which is our core range or our basic range, and this is known as the 24/7. So a little bit of background on the company. So it is an Italian product and it's been around for over 40 years, and you'll also find it in over 40 different countries. It is one of the top brands professionally used in Italy, and also their biggest distributor is Sweden. In Australia, we've been here for nearly 13, I'd say nearly 14 years. So we are definitely a newer company in Australia, but we are very much steadily growing. With the ranges itself, we do cover a lot of different ranges within our portfolio. So this covers a lot of different skin conditions, but also a lot of clients' wants and needs. So with this, we do have more of our natural-based ingredients, but then we do also have the biotechnically derived ingredients, where we're using these for more changes in the skin. So this is where we've got ingredients such as peptides and stem cells. You'll also find that Bioline as a company or as a range also has different textural and sensory benefits behind them as well. So we have more for your beauty salons or day spas, the really luxurious products, luxurious textures, creams, masks. We've got a lot of alginate mix-up masks, which are like the really nice thick icing that kind of peels off, rehydratable masks. So we've got a lot of different mediums. But we've also got, on the other end of the spectrum, more of the cosmeceutical ranges. So this is where we don't have any of the fragrances, we don't have any of the scents or smells, we don't have any of the colorants. So they're very much made for more of that Mediclinic kind of arena. You'll find that with Bioline, we work in these different portfolios. And this is because we want to start almost with the core fundamental ranges to help strengthen the skin or help to make the changes in which our skin needs. So for instance, if we have a lifestyle where we are a smoker or a drinker, or we play a lot of sport, we sweat a lot, we have high stress levels, we are going to deplete certain elements from our skin, such as vitamins, minerals, and oxygen. And these things are essential for skin health. So if we're depleted in these, our epidermis isn't kind of functioning properly. So maybe we need to get these ingredients into the skin to allow this to function more effectively before advancing onto the more advanced ingredients. Say, however, we've got a little bit of sensitivity, a little bit irritated, we've got the oil flow, we've got the blackheads, the congestion, the dry, mature skin, or even something like dehydration. We can start to make the changes, we can start to improve the health of the skin again, and then our skin's going to be more receptive before moving on to these advanced lines. So that's what we'll focus in the next couple of videos for you, more on the basic core facial treatments to really work on that epidermis to improve, change the skin, and then we can move into the more active ingredients. So with the 24/7, this is focusing on our lifestyle. So it's important to perform a consultation form prior to performing this, as it is with any treatment, but especially finding out about their lifestyle, whether they are a smoker, whether they do have high stress levels, whether they do sweat a lot. These things are going to help you determine what their skin is missing. So then when it comes to educating them at home with their home care regime, you can then choose the most appropriate moisturizer suited to them. With the facial treatment as a whole, this is going to help replenish the vitamins, minerals, and oxygen, however. But this is where we want to keep re-educating the client, re-educating the skin, and choosing the most appropriate products for them to use at home. So what I'm going to do for you is share the professional brochure. So when we get to see each other face to face, I will be able to hand you out these brochures, and these are really good as cheat sheets to have beside you in the cubicle when you're performing these treatments, because it will show you what the professional product looks like, the main active ingredients, the protocols, if there's any contraindications and things like that. So with the 24/7, you will become quite familiar with this once you get into the salon or back to the college and perform the hands-on. However, as a student, you are also open, and it is available for you to purchase to use at home on your family and friends, or even on yourself as well, just to practice those practical skills. So here we have the front cover. So 24/7 Natural Balance Professional Manual. So with the 24/7 as a range, who are we targeting for, or who are we targeting with this range? So you can think of, as the image shows you, male or female clients. It may also be a young teenager who wants to start out on a skincare journey. This is a really simple, easy, quick kind of process for them at home, and also for yourselves as beauty therapists in the cubicle as well. The textures of these are really much lighter than the rest of Bioline, and this makes it more ideal for the male client who may not like those really rich, heavy textures, or they're a tradie who works outside and gets quite sweaty. They don't really want that heavy base cream. So really ideal. Even the packaging, they're all in tubes. So this again makes it really easy for the male client to use. We're not dipping our hands into containers. You'll also find this is a very environmentally friendly range. So maybe you've got greenies who are concerned with the environment. So everything's recyclable, and we've got environmentally friendly stamps with this range. You may find it is also really good for time poor people. So those who are mothers, or, you know, have to, or nurses, these kind of clients who come home, you know, from a shift, and they just want to give their skin a nice, quick, easy cleanse before hopping into bed. These are all, or the cleansers are more micellar lotions. So they're really nice and easy to give the skin a cleanse. We've got nice spray spritzers. And nice mechanical exfoliants for the skin as well. Let's think of clients in the salon who come in and have waxing and tinting, and they're not really exposed to having facial treatments. This is really cost effective. It's a 45-minute treatment, and you could probably charge around $80 for this treatment. And the moisturizers, I think the most expensive is about $59. So I don't know if you've walked into Coles or Woolworths and had a look at the price of moisturizers lately, but you know, you're looking at the $45 mark for some of them. So to get your client onto a sophisticated skincare, this isn't much of a jump there. Think about when we're out of lockdown, but people are going to the gym in the morning, and they do their workout and they want a nice, just refreshing cleanse for their skin before applying makeup. This is also ideal for those clients as well. So with that, we shall move on, and I shall show you now what the professional product looks like. So here we have a cleanser, we have a lotion, we have an exfoliant, we have a nectar, which is also like a serum, we have a cream, and also a mask. You will find that some of these professional products have exactly the same name as the retail, and that means that it's exactly the same product. But sometimes with the retail, we have separate retail products. So we keep the professional to be a little bit stronger, but we still want to educate the skin and make those changes at home. So we have maybe a little bit less percentage of these actives or other actives to benefit the skin. Here we have everything we don't have in the range. So we don't have any of the parabens, no SLESs or SLS, which are more of the foamy astringent ingredients. Parabens were something that they took out quite a while ago. They thought they were cancer causing and build up in the skin and the body. So we don't have any of those. No formaldehyde releases, which in products, two ingredients can come together and release off of formaldehyde. So we don't have any of that. No mineral oils or paraffins, so we don't get that buildup on the skin. No DEA, which is like a foamy stripping kind of ingredient. And we don't have any artificial dyes or colors in this range either. So think about also your clients who maybe are going through illnesses such as cancers, or they're pregnant and they want to be careful about what ingredients they're applying to their skin. Because we don't have any of these, this is quite a safe range for those clients as well. So talking about the essential elements. So the essential elements that we need for healthy skin are vitamins, minerals, and also oxygen. Now, these things can be depleted from our skin throughout our lifestyle. So there's a really nice chart which we'll show you in a couple of slides, and this will give you a great understanding of what your client can be deficient in. So think of vitamins, vitamins A, B, E, C, and F. And these are going to help with the biological or natural reactions that happen in our skin for the correct functioning of the skin and also of the body. The vitamins also need minerals to back them up to make them work effectively. And so these are things such as zinc, copper, manganese. These are all the mineral elements as well. And then oxygen. So oxygen, obviously we need oxygen through our blood to keep this moving, to bring the blood up to the surface, to replenish the skin, help with these biological processes. So think if you're a smoker, you are depleting quite a lot of this oxygen. So you're not getting that blood supply and that oxygen helping that cell renewal, cell turnover, and oxygenating and allowing our cells to function effectively. This is just a little bit of studies that they did, and it shows you how we are responsible for our skin's aging. So I remember back in the salon, we used to have a lot of clients that, oh, my mum had good skin, her mum had good skin, I don't need to worry so much, I've got good genes. But they found out that only 1/3 of your skin's aging is dependent on genes. 2/3 of your skin aging is dependent on your lifestyle. So if you are highly stressed, a smoker, have a diet poor in fruit and vegetables, all of these things are going to have a significant effect on your health and also on your skin. So in a nutshell, each one of us is responsible for our own aging up to 70%. So with this facial treatment that we're performing today, this is going to help to replenish all vitamins, minerals, and oxygen to the skin. However, with this, you will also find that the home care products, we're going to pick separate moisturizers, which focus more. One focuses more on vitamins, one focuses more on minerals, and one focuses more on oxygen. This is the slide as explained to find out what your client is deficient in. So basically, if you are someone who has high levels of stress, or they tick that high stress box, they're exposed to a lot of pollution. Maybe they work outside, the road sign girls or gentlemen, or they live in the city where there's a lot of pollution. A diet poor in fruit and vegetables, or excessively exposed to the sun. then generally this is going to create a vitamin deficiency in the skin. If you're a smoker, a heavy alcohol drinker, you travel in hot to humid environments, or as we used to, travel on aeroplanes a lot, then generally you will be oxygen deficient. And then if we perspire a lot, play a lot of sport, go to the gym, maybe even those menopausal clients or pregnant women that perspire, and also you're in indoor and air-conditioned environments, then you are generally mineral deficient. So as I just mentioned, the facial treatment will help to replenish all of these. However, we will then have 3 individual moisturizers. One is called the vitamin, one is called the oxygen, and one is the mineral. Just a little slide with a brief explanation of the main actives that you'll find in here. So a lot of these are very familiar to you and your clients. So apricot, cherry, black currant, rosehip, kiwi, raspberry. But then we do have a really nice explanation on the next slide of these and what they replenish for the skin. This here is a picture of the Dolomites in Italy, and this is where they replenish or get all their ingredients from. And here's that slide. So if we think about remineralizing the skin, so helping to put those minerals back, the main one that we're going to use is the cress. So this is the cress that you and I can eat. And this is really rich in the mineral salts and vitamins. So this is going to help to replenish those missing minerals. Vitamins, if you follow the line, the main one we talk about is the rosehip. And this is a concentrated source or natural source of vitamin C. So it's a really powerful antioxidant just to help to neutralize those free radicals, but it's also really revitalizing on the skin as well. When it comes to oxygenating, the main active we use is the beech, which is a bud. And with this, it's not like an oxygen machine putting oxygen into your skin, but it helps to encourage that microcirculation. So in turn, we're helping the oxygen move through. So this is where we come into the professional products themselves. So with this, as mentioned, it is a 45-minute treatment. We can start this treatment off with a little bit of a welcome touch massage. And with this, we use what we have, and you'll see at the college when you get there, the little brown bottles of aromatherapy oils. And these are a blend. So we would start to use the relaxing Biorama, apply a few drops to our client's skin. And with this, they have chamomile, patchouli, ylang ylang in there. So it's a really de-stressing and helps to wind your client down. It's almost a really, really nice way to start a treatment. So we're going to do a couple of massage movements on the palm, on the backs of the hands, on the fingers. We work up the arm, up into the trapezius area, up through the back of the neck and coming off the scalp. And then we repeat on the other side before starting this treatment. So with the Aquafloral Cleansing Makeup Remover, so this is the size that it comes in the 400 ml. So this is going to be exactly the same professional as it would be retail. So it's just half the size. So with this, we do have the ingredients, the elderflower and hawthorn. So these are really nice in cleansing the skin, refreshing the skin, and you literally just wipe it over. You don't need to rinse. So with this, it does have the micellar technology in it. So it's almost like the molecules act like magnets and they draw away the impurities and makeup from the skin. So it's crucial that you do use pads. When I'm the cotton rounds, when I'm performing this, I generally like to use 2, and I start from the base of the neck, working up. You can go straight over the lips, you can go over the eyes and on the forehead, and then you can flip the pads over and then repeat the process and work back down again. At home, obviously, they only may need one pad. It's almost like a couple of squirts onto the product and then literally wiping it across the face. This one is also good, again, when we get back into normality. If you do go to the gym, this is a great one to throw in your gym bag, just to refresh the skin before going and applying makeup. It may also be, again, for time-poor clients, mothers who just want a really nice, quick and easy regime. The next product that we are going to apply, so I will say that obviously we generally like to do 2 cleansers. So with that one, once you have flipped them over and worked down, you can actually get another 2 pads and work again. If you have a lot of makeup on, then sometimes you would keep using the pads until they've become clean, or we can use a creamy base cleanser as the first cleanse to remove a lot of that excess, and then this will become your second cleanse. So the next one is the Aqua Fruits Energizing Lotion. So I also like to call this an antioxidant spray. So you could spray this numerous times on the skin throughout the day. And it's also really good to set makeup as well. So this has the red berries and cherries in there. So we're talking about the vitamins and especially vitamin C. But this is known as what you may know as a toner. So with this, we decide not to use the word toner throughout Bioline because toners used to be quite alcoholic, quite stripping on the skin, and clients didn't really like to use them. Whereas now with the lotion, they're helping to replenish the skin. So they're giving back active ingredients. They're also hydrating the skin. And think if our skin's really nice and hydrated and moist, then our ingredients are going to penetrate much more easily on the skin. So with this, once you have cleansed the skin, this is a good time to then spritz the lotion, and you spray it in a rainbow effect and allow the mist to fall on the skin, and then you can compress it in like so, or just leave it if you're setting makeup. Okay. This is a good product. It's more of a universal product that we use through a lot of the other Bioline ranges as well. Then we have the Phyto Duo Gommage Apricot Kernel Scrub. So with this, it has 2 types of exfoliating mechanisms in here, hence the name Duo. So you have got enzymes, and you've also got the mechanical apricot, rounded apricot kernels as well. So with this one, what we're going to do is about 10 mils of this product is enough for one client. And we would brush it on again from the base of the neck, just coming down on the bone around the eye, and then continue on with the forehead, and then mirror image that on the other side. And this has the papaya and the pineapple in here. So these are the enzymes which are just going to digest those dead skin cells and help to break them away. Also really nice and refreshing on the skin. Gives a really nice even exfoliation. So if we're sensitive, that's where you can start to remove with a warm towel or rinse it off. However, if you're more of a normal to stronger skin, this is where you can then encourage the granules. So you can get a little bit of water on the fingertips and start with the circular movements and working that over the face to give that mechanical, we call it, exfoliation. And then you can rinse. So this is going to be a product that is also home use, as is the energizing lotion. So these ones, yes, if you're sensitive, I would advise your client just to paint it on, leave it for anywhere between 4 to 8 minutes, and then rinse it off their skin. However, if you've got someone who's more normal or more strong, they would just want a quick exfoliation in the shower. They may just want to use it as a mechanical scrub, but otherwise they can use both enzymes, leave it on for 4 to 8 minutes, and then mechanically exfoliate. So this is probably one of Bioline's biggest selling exfoliants. Then what we have is the vitamin C and E nectar. So it comes in a little vial like so. With this, it's all in the name. As you can see, vitamin C and E. So that's the main things that this is going to replenish is vitamin C and E through the rose hip. And then the Artemisia extract is your vitamin E. So this is like a serum. So you will see that the consistency of this is more of a runny kind of formula. See that? And that allows the molecular structure to actually penetrate the active ingredients just more superficially into that epidermis. With a serum, it is your most concentrated actives. This is called nectar because it just goes more so into the epidermis, where you evolve with Bioline, you'll see that the serums and concentrates are much more active, so they go deeper into the dermis. So these ones are called nectars, more epidermal, where then you've got serums and concentrates, which are going to take the actives deeper into the dermal level. So with this, what I would do for the client is I would apply about 20 drops or 2 full pipettes, we call them, and apply that to the skin and let it absorb in. Always with a nectar or a serum, you need to use a cream over the top. So your actives are found in the nectar, but then you need more of your nourishment and your hydration for your protective barrier in your creams. So this nectar can also be used at home. So think about a client who maybe it's coming into winter and they're feeling a little bit more dehydrated and a little bit dull and devitalized, or someone who feels as though they need a little bit more activeness at nighttime. So this can be something that they could use maybe 3 or 4 drops on their skin just before sealing in their moisturizer. So with the Mineral Vit C and E cream, so this is a professional only product. So with this one, you will see the cream. So we would apply about 8 to 10 mils of this over the top of that nectar. And this is what we would be performing our massage with. So again, in the name, Mineral Vit C and E, it explains what it's helping to replenish. So we're helping replenish those minerals through the cress, and we've also got the vitamins C in there from the rose hip. So 8 to 10 mils you would apply to the face, neck, and coming down on the décolletage, and this is where we would perform about a 10-minute massage. And this will also become your finishing cream at the end of the facial. So when it comes to retail, this is where we have 3 different options. So instead of using the Mineral Vit C and E cream, we would choose which of the home care moisturizers we're going to need for our client. Directly, once we finish that massage, directly over the top, this is where we're going to apply the O2 mineral gel mask. So with this consistency, it literally is a really nice cooling, calming gel. This one, when I paint it on, I would again start at the base of the neck. And remember, we have the nectar, we've had the cream, and now we're sealing it in with the mask. So applying from the base of the neck, again, just on the bone area and then on the forehead, and repeat on the other side. Leave this on for 10 minutes. Generally, this is where we do like a scalp massage or we do hand massage. And then once we have removed this O2, remember for the oxygen, so it's coming from the beach and minerals is coming from the cress. It really helps to revitalize the skin, get that oxygen moving through. We would then apply a little bit more of the moisturizer at the end. So on the back couple of pages, this is where we have information on the professional treatment protocol. So this will show you who the products are recommended for. So as we've mentioned, quite a few of them, but just to recap, for male or female, for those who want to maintain and preserve the beauty of all skin types, even sensitive. For act in advance against the cause of skin aging caused from a depletion of these vitamins, minerals, and oxygen. Prevent signs of fatigue, stress, or whenever the skin requires a boost of energy and a new lease of life. You will also always see in the back of these brochures the duration and frequency, so you can perform these treatments quite close together. We usually call a series of treatments a total of 5. And with this, you could do these 5 treatments, almost 2 in the first week, 2 in the second week, and the final 5th in the third week. So if you had someone who really was very dull and very sluggish, a real smoker, and you wanted to give an intensive hit of treatments, you could do them this frequently. As prevention on younger skin, you could do 1 treatment every fortnight for a total of 5. And then for maintenance, you could do 2 to 3 sessions of these 5 treatments throughout the year. We normally stick to the 5 treatments before moving on to one of the other ranges, just to give the skin a change and a boost. So it's almost like going to the gym. You kind of go to the gym and you do the same routine, your body's going to plateau. So it's the same with the skin. We want to give it a new lease of life. We want to give new ingredients and really revamp and help to make those changes in another way. So here you have the Welcome Touch massage that I mentioned before, using the bioramas, the aromatherapy oils, but then it goes through all of the phases here. So you have the Aquafloral Cleansing Makeup Remover, again, which we're using on the pads, flipping them over, and remember, over the eyes and over the lips is fine. In the protocol, they start to use the exfoliant next. So again, 10 to 15 mils on the face of the neck, face and neck, and we leave for the 4 to 8 minutes. And then if we can, we will mechanically exfoliate. We're going to remove that as well with a warm towel or face flannel. And then this is where you can spray the energizing lotion. Pat that into the skin before then applying the 20 drops of that vitamin C and E nectar, and then applying the 4 to 8 mils of the Mineral Vit C and E cream directly over the top and performing your relaxing caress massage. After that, you can apply again 10 to 20 mils of the O2 mineral gel mask. Leave on more so for about 10 minutes with this one, and then we're going to remove again with a warm towel. Here you can finish with another spritz of the energizing lotion, that antioxidant spray, and then finish with a pea size of the Mineral Vit C and E cream. So at the back of the brochure, there is also always warnings. So there's nothing out of the ordinary here. But if you've got someone who is a sensitive kind of skin or hypersensitive and you want to do test patch, you can actually apply a little bit of the product to their elbow and apply a Band-Aid over the top and leave for 24 hours, or even behind the ear, just to follow the instructions as directed. Also making sure that we don't leave the products in the direct sunlight, because it will deplete the actives in there. You can use Bioline products. They're all compatible together, but just don't use on broken skin, cuts or abrasions, things like that. If you've got a little pimple where the heads come off, that's totally fine, but it's more cuts and things. Not to be ingested, keep out of reach of children. So to finish off the 24/7 range, I would just like to show you through the retail products. So this here on the slide is another example which is shown in our professional manual. Again, another brochure that you will be handed when we see each other face to face. And this is the products in a nutshell. So what you'll find is you have the professional product here, you have the duration of the treatments. So I mentioned it's a 45-minute treatment. Some people like to extend it into an hour, but then they would charge accordingly. the massages that we do, and the treatment cycles. So you can see what the product is, a little bit of a blurb about it, and the main active ingredients. But then and they're all the products that we've just run through. And then on the next page, this is where you have your home care products. So the cleanser and the lotion and the exfoliant are exactly the same that we've just run through. So again, your cleanser can be used morning and nighttime, but you need to use the pads. The energizing lotion can be spritzed morning and night or many times throughout the day. Your Phyto Duo Gommage would probably be used once to twice a week, depending on the skin. And then your vitamin C and E nectar would be used as a booster. So this might be, yes, again, when your skin's feeling you need something extra at night, or it might be something in the summertime where you want to get a lot more vitamins into the skin. You could use it morning and nighttime. It's kind of a personal choice, or as a professional, you would suggest when to use this. And then you have the options of your 3 different moisturizers. So this is where you have the Botanical O2 cream, you have the Phyto Mineral cream, and you have the Vitamin C cream. So this is where we've come back to that little chart and where we found out what our client is deficient in. So if you had someone who was a smoker, travel on aeroplanes a lot, hot, humid environments, then they would be most suited to the O2 cream because we're helping to replenish the oxygen. If you had that client who sweats a lot, plays a lot of sport, menopausal, pregnant women, then the Phyto Mineral would be ideal. And then for those who may have high stress levels, not eating a lot of fruit and vegetables, spending a lot of time in the sun, then you have the vitamin C fusion to replenish those vitamins. With this, they do also have different textures. 24/7 is probably the lightest out of Bioline's range as a whole. But this is also, remember we mentioned that male clients like this as well because it's not too heavy. So the lightest in the range is the O2. So I think of O for oily. So with this one, it's almost like an emulsion gel. So it's not like a cream because as soon as you apply it, it tends to permeate into the skin. Think of also your male clients who are working outdoors a lot as well. This is usually a good one for them. But however, if you are sweating a lot, working outside, you are losing your minerals. So this could be a better option for them. So medium texture in the 24/7 range. I remember the M from mineral means medium texture. So again, still not too heavy, but really nice if you've got a little bit of a combination kind of oil with a little bit drier on the cheeks. And then you have your vitamin C fusion, which is the richest out of the 3. So more of your older kind of clients. But if they're a true dry, that it probably won't be enough nourishment for them. So we would go into one of our other ranges and recommend that for them. So that finishes the theory of the 24/7. So hopefully lockdown's not for too much longer and I get to meet you in person, and this is where I can come out and perform the practical side of the treatments for you as well. So as I said, I'll follow up with the next videos being on the Linear Plus range, and then that will cover your core basic understanding of the Bioline Jato range. So stay safe and speak to you soon.